I've heard this before, is that once Big died, Puff really took it upon himself to create this greatest of all time aura around Big, because he was going to benefit from it a lot. Because I believe he owned a lot of Big's publishing at the time.
Yep.
I remember Biggie would talk about how he needed money, so he just sold Puff most of his publishing for like $50,000 or something. And he said, yeah, well, I regret it, but I needed the money at the time, so it is what it is. I signed the deal, it was fair. So do you think that Big would have gone down as the greatest of all time if someone wasn't pushing that narrative?
No. I think he was the greatest of his time in New York, of that era in New York. Like, he was one of the greatest of his era, but not of when they hit it with the all time, because you got to understand, Big definitely was on a run for a second. Like, he was on a stupid run. Like, everything he was dropping was just retarded. Yeah. And then he get on remixes, and it was just a fucking...
Right.
So that's what makes him like the greatest of his time. But yes, I feel like it was a psyop, okay, where let's put this out into the psychological, let's just put this into the algorithm and make it a thing. So I heard people start to say, oh, yo, Biggie Smalls the greatest of all time. Immediately when they started saying, I was like, whoa. But then you keep hearing people say, yeah, Biggie Smalls, greatest of all time, and then it became a thing. It became a thing. And people love to parrot some shit that they heard. So, and then it sounds cool. Well, Puff the Millionaire said it, so fuck it, I'm gonna say it too. Yeah, it must be true.
Okay, this is an interesting question. Who had a run like Biggie? When you look at the amount of time and the amount of heat behind him, because I feel like ever since Juicy came out, it was just like one after another. Like, he never stopped, never took his foot off the gas. Between his own songs, the remix, like the One More Chance remix. Original one was but the remix was a monster. Then, the Flavor in Your Ear remix, and then 112 feature, and this feature, and that feature. Then the second album comes out. Going Back to Cali, he was a monster. Like, unfortunately, he died, and it stopped. But then, no, hit songs kept coming out after he died. So,
I mean, Jay-Z's run is quite a remarkable run.
Was it like Biggie's run?
Yeah, it was longer, probably.
Well, it was definitely longer, but I'm saying, well, who was shining as bright as Biggie for that amount of time coming out?
First coming out?
Yeah, because Jay-Z had to warm up a little bit.
Reasonable
Doubt was not like ready to die.
It definitely wasn't. And
it may be considered like that right now, but at the time, it was not.
Many would argue that had Big not passed away, the Jay-Z we know today may have not become the Jay-Z that we know. Because there wasn't really room for two kings of Brooklyn or kings of New York at that time, and Big definitely had the crown. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Jay-Z
was definitely in second place.
So he definitely benefited from. He benefited from
Big
passing away.
No, I mean, look, like you could look at, for example, Tupac. Tupac started out very slow. That first album,
Strictly for My Niggas, was my shit. Like, I used to like that fucking album. Like,
I Get Around was on that, and that was like his first hit song. Yeah.
Okay.
I Get Around. That was the second album.
Because my shit, Strictly for My Niggas?
Yeah.
That was his second album? What did he have before that?
The one with Trapped, Brenda's Got a Baby, Keep Your Head Up. That was the first album.
That wasn't Strictly for My Niggas?
No.
Okay.
That was, hold on a second.
Strictly for my. That was my shit.
Tupacalypse Now was the first album.
Tupacalypse Now,
Strictly was the second album.
I liked both of those. I liked both of those.
But here's what I'm saying. Tupacalypse Now, 64 on the charts. Strictly, 24 on the charts. Me Against the World, number one.
Right.
All Eyes on Me, number one. Don Illuminati.
So he didn't come out the gate on some number one shit.
Are You Still Down? And so you know, whatever. The Machiavelli album after he died, number 1, and Are You Still Down? Another album after he died, number 2.
Damn.
Still I Rise 6 was Still I Rise, the Outlaws album. Until the End of Time, number 1. So he had 2 number 1 and one number 2 albums after he died. So yeah, Tupac's run was insane, but it started out slow. It started out slow. Biggie started out platinum relatively quickly.